It's a really good idea, guys, to be able to get into this position without a squat shoe. If you guys can't get into this position without a squat shoe, definitely strive for it. Full squat, bottomed out, and then heel is still on the floor. Really strive to get into this position and work on your ankle mobility if you can't get into this position. Alright guys, so the very first thing I do for my ankles actually is I crack them, right? So yeah, so I don't know if you heard that, but my ankle literally cracked forward, and it allows me to get a lot more dorsiflexion right here at the ankle, and so that's the first thing I do. I'm not sure if like everyone can crack their ankles or if I'm just like fucked up, but it definitely helps me a lot. So sometimes poor ankle mobility is the result of really tight gastrocs or soleus, so basically your calf muscles, right? And if they're really tight, you guys can just release them with a foam roller like this. Just kind of get on it, work through it, work with all the different angles of it, get the side of the calf, middle of it, lateral side. You can get down to the Achilles tendon, right? You can foam roll the Achilles tendon down here. And if you have tight calves, this will definitely help you a lot in increasing your ankle mobility. So next thing I do, guys, is you get something solid, right? Usually I just do this on the squat rack because there's like the rack has flooring and stuff that you can put your leg on, but you can get something that can put your leg at about 45-degree angle or something, and just kind of keep your heel on the floor, and then just kind of shift forward, right? And then if your heel lifts a little bit, it's okay, and then just kind of shift forward, and then make sure to shift inward and outward too, because you want to mobilize the ankle in more than just a plane of dorsiflexion. You want to mobilize it for external rotation as well, and internal rotation as well. So you want to make sure it's mobile across all ways. And if your ankles are still tight after all those things, you can grab a loaded bar, and this is if your ankles are really tight and you need some external weight on it, right? Of course, my ankles aren't too bad, so I don't really have to do this one, but so you can use the bar to push your knees down more so you can stretch your ankles more. So this isn't too much weight right here. If you actually need to do this one, you'll probably need to use like a real barbell and more weight and stuff, but so this one's good if you need more weight to really get more stretch and get more resistance to get that stretch. So for a lot of joints, you might actually notice a decrease in performance if you overstretch it or if you mobilize it too much. Like for example, the shoulder or the hip, if they're overly mobile, you can notice a decrease in performance. And it's the same with musculature. If you like overstretch something, that's why we don't do static stretching, because you see that static stretching or overmobilization decreases performance, right? And this can be seen in a lot of different studies, vertical jump studies and everything like that. When you overstretch, you'll lose performance, right? But for other joints, guys, if you overstretch, you get out of the plane of optimal cross bridge formation, and also you lose elasticity, which is why overmobilizing is kind of bad sometimes. But for the ankle, it's all right because the calves aren't really doing much work. So you get a lot more benefit from having hypermobile ankles than like super elastic, like perfectly formed cross bridge ankles, because if you think about it, calves aren't really doing any work through the squat. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it for this one, guys. Mobilize your ankles, you get a lot of benefit from it. Everything acts as a system. If your ankles are super tight, you're going to be limited at the knee, at the hip. You're going to have to be more bent over and everything, so mobilize those ankles, guys. Try out all the different drills I showed you guys. I'm sure you'll immediately notice improvement in your squat. I know like when I work with people, I just have them do some ankle mobility and instantly their squat's better. They can be more upright and everything. They can get better external rotation, sink into the hips better and all that stuff. So mobilize your ankles, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share, and all that stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one.